In this video, I am going to illustrate how you can transform a nested list into a mega menu. In a previous video, we built a function capable of transforming a JavaScript array of objects into a nested DOM list. And then we used that list to construct a navigation list. Now in this video, we are going to use the same function but to create a dynamic mega menu. Now, in my setup, I have a data source that I import the array of items from, and I use this array to construct my nested list. I will probably upload this file so that you can use it for practice. Now, I will rename the container of our list to mega container. Now in my HTML, I have a div with an ID of mega menu. I will append my list to it. The first step now is to assign a class name to my mega container, meaning the first unordered list. I will call this class menu container. Next, I will define a variable that will hold a value that represents the depth of our list. I will use this value in the nest items function to assign a unique class for each level or each depth of our nested list. And since the level value is equal to -1 at first, I will increment it by 1 inside the function. I will call the variable that holds this value internal level and repeat the process recursively. Now I will assign class name to the list items and the unordered list elements. As you can see now, all my list items and their children have a unique class name that represents their depth. For the styling, I will start by resetting the box sizing to border box and the padding and the margin to 0. Next, I will select the mega menu div by its ID and set its position to relative and shift it by 2% of the view width. And then I reduce its width to 96% of the view width. Next will be the menu container, meaning the unordered list. So I will set the display to flex and justify the content to spread the remaining space in between the flex items. And I will center the items vertically after that. And then I will reset the list style to none and set the overflow to hidden. Now I will apply the styles to all the descendants of our menu container using the universal selector. So I will set the color of the background, and then I will set the list style to none. And the width to 100, so that all the elements take all the available space for them. And I will center the text and remove the text decoration for all the descendants. And then I will set the font size to 16 pixels and the color of the text to white. Now I will select all the anchor elements and set their display property to block, and set the user select to none and the width to 100% and the max height and the max height and the line height to 40 pixels. Next, I will do the same for the first level div elements and set the max height and the line height properties. and then I will change the background color when we hover the divs and the anchor tag to a lighter color. Next class will be an ordered list level 0. So I will hide all its content by setting the display property to null. Next I will set the min height to 280 pixels and the position to absolute and the z index to 1. Next I will shift the content to the left by setting the left property to 0. And then I set the background color to a very light gray color. And the top padding to 10 pixels and the bottom padding to 20 pixels, and I set the overflow Y to scroll. Next, I will select all the descendants of the first level and ordered list and set their background to the same color and reset the text color to black. And then reset the text align property to left and the font size stays the same. Next, I select all descendant divs and set their font size to be 25 pixels and set their padding top and left and bottom. And then I select all descendant anchor elements and set their left padding to 15 pixels. Next, I will style the hover state of each anchor element and set the background color to a dark color. And the text color to white. And finally, I select the first level list items when hovered and the unordered list of level 0 and couple them so that when we hover the first level list item, we display its corresponding unordered list using CSS only. I hope you liked the video. Hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. See you next time.